everyone, and welcome to session 3 of Dragalia. We are here today with our players. Everybody say hi.
Freddy Fazbear.
And today we are going to read, because I feel like it would be a nice tradition to read last session's video after I pull it up onto the thing.
You're gonna read a video?
No, I'm gonna read the comment from last video of our fellow Fifth.
Comment?
Yes.
Oh.
Fifth always leaves.
Thought we were just gonna fucking rewatch the VOD and do a play-by-play.
No.
Oh God.
That's an Alpha Red Deluxe thing to do.
No.
Yeah.
We're not doing that. What we're doing is
reacting to your content. Video.
I'm gonna read a comment. Dear Crescent Cafe, loved the session today. While some mysteries were solved, more questions arose. It's safe to say that shit was peak. I look forward to next one. Love, your #1 fan. Also to you, Tom. Also, curse Potoken Buster. Curse you, Tom. What do you mean Pod only has to do 2 of those and he wins the match? Why does it do so much damage? Curse you.
That's what I'm saying. It's so bullshit. Yeah. It's so bullshit. It's so fucking funny. I'm gonna walk at you real slow and you will know your death is imminent. Yeah, it's literally aura forming. Cause you get close to me, you get fucked. You let me get close to you, you get fucked. I can also launch myself halfway across the stage if I want to. You get fucked regardless. It's so stupid, it's so funny.
Insanity.
Insanity indeed. Everybody.
Thank you for inspiring me to play Potemkin again. I'm gonna play him in my next match. He is the epitome. He is the epitome of, yeah, you have to hit me. It's the fucking villain speech of, you have to hit me all these times and dig at my heels. I only have to hit you once. There's a reason they call his down tilt chain fucking the touch of death. Because it just smacks you from across the stage. Yeah.
Last time on Dragalia. Ocean, Innocuous, Kami, Hua, they chased after the supposed criminal of the Red Dragon. And after missing a moonbeam, Innocuous pummeled him to the ground in a WWE fashion and made the Red Dragon unconscious. Back at Mocha, Min, and Tom, Miguel, at the forge, they investigated the scene, with Miguel finding a mirror that can't understand logic, and after going through a very easy and simple puzzle / riddle, he went inside and found more destruction, as there were destruction at the forge. I forgot to mention that. As they investigated the scene, the original Forge Master himself, Malakas, arrived to the scene, crying desperately over his broken children, and Innocuous and Hua leave the captured criminal of the Red Dragon in a prison cell, with Innocuous staying over as watchful Hua returns to Miguel and Min. After some further investigation by Miguel and Malakas clearing up the situation, Miguel makes an interesting introspection as he casts his chronomancy spell, realizing a magical warbler was supposedly sneaking on them, which thus led into potential conspiracy theories about Malakas being against the Queen. Thus, he was captured after his documents and the official diagrams of the Sentinels were seized by Min, and we arrive here, where Innocuous is still at the cell, and Min, Miguel, and Hua are in front of Malakas as he's being arrested by Silver Dragons. You see him as he is still in this Aarakocra form. Thank you very much.
Aarakocra.
Oh, he's stealing Kokra. You see that he's being arrested, arms behind his back and magic chains, or the chains that don't let you do magic, and he's being taken away by the Silver Guards. And you're still left at the scene. Some people maybe outside of this district may have heard, and there's still some other Silver Guards inspecting the scene, but you still have full decision making on what to do here, since you still have permission from the Queen. So what do you decide to do?
I mean, I'm pretty sure I have all the notes. So, Min's just kind of ready to go.
Yeah, I think we're pretty much ready.
Okay. Min, as you read these notes, can you, what are the languages you can speak and write?
Draconic, obviously, Common, Elvish, and Goblin.
Unfortunately, this script of all the diagrams, while the illustrations are still there, the written information of what goes together and what functions are in which each part of, like, machinery are written in Aven, which is a language of birds similar to Aarakocra.
You mean avian?
Avian, my bad. It's either Aven or Avian. But it
Avian.
is Avian. Okay, my bad. It's written in Avian. You can still understand.
She does she just sticks her tongues out and makes a raspberry. Do you guys have like translation books?
Yeah, at the library, yeah.
Okay. Are we supposed to go there?
You want to go now? Yeah, we can go eventually.
I know what is up there. We have more important stuff. I just remember it being mentioned. Fine, I can wait. Outside of that, I think Min's going to now focus on copying the diagrams into like her own notebooks and shit.
If you're copying it to your own notebook, I suggest you make a performance check.
Okay. Hold on. I was trying to click back into a tab and I opened a fucking application, Smaya.
You're doing shit in my campaign. You're being distracted in my
crazy.
They told me. She didn't yell at me when I was talking about Guilty Gear because I'm playing it.
That's wild.
Special privilege. Ocean's also doing Rivals of Aether.
That's crazy.
It just feels like a certain type of crime.
I turn off my games. When I'm fucking playing D&D.
Yeah.
I saw you just playing it.
Yeah, and then he turned it off.
Someone's lying.
What the fuck? There is no game up on my computer. What are you on about?
My first performance for the day is 7.
You draw stick figures onto it. Because it requires a lot of detail into understanding the machinery of the Sentinels, both the Peacekeepers and the Warblers, it just comes out as stick figures to you.
Yo.
She will try again later.
Don't diss on the stick figures, yo.
Well, unfortunately, the stick figures are 7, so you're in prison. You can't say anything.
I know. I'm talking out of character, yo.
Well, that's all Min's gonna do. She's got. Oh, fuck. In character, hold on. Hyena. Fucking. Oh, there's also like one sentinel that isn't completely destroyed that's still on, but it's kind of in a rough state, so don't forget to grab that.
Noted.
And Min will wait outside for the other 2.
Miguel,
that
do you want to investigate the scene any further, or you wish to leave?
Well, did he close the doors to the room? If he closed it, we can just leave with that. The one sentinel that's sort of still intact.
Yeah, like there probably isn't anything else anyways, because I already went through the effort of making this guy take down everything of his anything that was in his room to take it down and pack it down for us.
And I
I still think that was one of the best payoffs I've done in D&D. I didn't even know it was coming.
Good job. In that case, you're welcome to leave, and the guards, escort you out. They try their best not to disrupt the scene to ensure, details of the crime scene is still kept intact, like the destruction and such. But one of the guards escorts you out, and another guard comes running in. It's Mikoslav, the same guard that Innocuous was talking to in the prison cell. It's like, hello, Ambassador Miguel, Miss Hua, I was tasked by her Resplendence, the Queen of Justice herself. She is holding an immediate, Golden Dragon Council along with the entire Jin Kingdom government. I think it would be best if you come. I'm willing to escort you, but if you want to fly there, you can too.
Is there a memo for this, or?
No, she just sent it out, to all the Silver Guards to get everybody.
That's fine.
She sent the telepathic message that she rarely uses, so it must be pretty urgent. Were you guys successful?
In some ways.
Congrats. Surely you might even get a promotion, Ambassador Miguel and Hua. I'm sure they'll be proud of you. As a fellow gold dragon. You are you alright?
Yeah. Well, we can make our way there. Just take her to the prison to wait with the other fellow that's with us.
Take
You know
who
who
to
I'm
the prison?
talking about. Mitch, there's a point at the little blue one right there.
Oh.
The goober.
Okay. Will do. Is the Red Dragon, sir, with you as well? Just
No, he's at the prison. Just take her there to meet with him.
Okay. Excuse me, miss. I am taking you to the prison where your suspect is being held.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Oh, so yeah, they're not being called to the meeting. It's just like the actual government.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, that's serious business. This doesn't happen
Yeah.
often. Okay. I wasn't understanding exactly what the situation was calling for, but it's not like an update on that. It's something else then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Proceed.
I'm gonna make a coin of flip a coin.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, sometimes I'm indecisive. I can't choose left or right or right or left. Thank you.
You have to know what they are first.
True. Just ask Mocha.
I will eat your liver.
Let me find a coin.
If I wake up in an alleyway with a conspicuously missing liver, get in the comments, chat.
You know what to do.
Get in the
Mocha has her tails.
Kami, heads or death?
You're all indecisive.
Heads, bro. Oh my goodness.
Goodness gracious. Alright, your heads,
Personally, I like
Mocha's
tails.
Of course you do. Oh god, this coin is fucking dirty.
Why would you pick a dirty coin?
I wasn't fucking looking. Anyway, Min, you're walking aside with Malaka, so it takes a good few minutes since this was at the same distance that Hua and Innocuous walked to. And eventually you reach back to the prison cell where, I forget words in those critical times. The person who was responsible for the police station. He's... police station.
Oh, I thought you said PlayStation.
fucking Sony.
He's snoozing off, the cap over his head, feet over the table, leaning back into the chair, and Innocuous is leaning against the wall, staring suspiciously at apparently is the chef from earlier, who's sitting on the ground cross-legged staring against the wall, and on the other cell next to them is the unconscious red dragon in the gnome form, the same one who snatched a piece of your hair.
He squints at the gnome.
Well, he's unconscious, ma'am. He can't see.
I am aware.
Well,
Anyway.
Innocuous?
I thought fucking Min Bao was trying to say something.
No, she just said hi.
Oh, okay. Because your mic cut off and then she
Sorry.
jumped in and it's like, I don't know who the fuck is saying what.
Here, I'll
He just,
get it again.
He fucking looks over, raises, hey. What are you doing here?
Evidence. Other suspect. Also, Miguel and Hua are in a super important political meeting, specifically of their government.
He kind of like tiredly rubs his eyes. There's another suspect now. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
I also stole his shit. Smile. It is evidence. By the court of law.
Yeah, maybe you should work on the phrasing when you're standing literally in a jail, but okay. Fuck was that?
Somebody trying to get popcorn kernels out of their throat.
No,
Anyway.
that's the dude sleeping.
Oh.
Anyway, show up to the guard.
him. That's like the main jailer. He told me I needed to get laid. What the fuck? But
I mean, you'd be less stressed if you did. Anyway,
Right.
you, Shoo. Important investigation talk needs to happen. Shoo, go. Bye-bye.
Yes, I'll stand
oh,
guard.
you're gonna clear him out for me? Yeah.
And,
Cool. Do you think we should wake? Just thumbs over. Wake him. He's probably a deep sleeper. He won't hear anything. But yeah. Rest of the guards out. All of them.
Noted. There's nobody else here besides Mikoslav, so he just stands outside, closes the door, and just essentially acts as guard duty for the cell.
Yeah. Just kind of like leads out the door. Anybody tries to get him, bar him entry. Use force if needed. I'll come get you once we get some answers. Okay?
Okay, use force.
Yeah, you're a
guard.
boxer. You need to keep the people out. That's your job.
But why use force, sir?
If they try to force their way in, like if they try to shoulder charge past you, you have to be the door.
Okay.
I'm not saying to beat the shit out of a guy.
Oh,
but if you
okay.
stand here and go, this is official business, you cannot enter, and then they go, nuh-uh, and just fucking slam past you, what the fuck are you even here for then?
Well, like,
You gotta dig your heels.
yes, sir.
Good on ya. Just like slap on the shoulder, like middle fucking clank of the shoulder plate, and we'll close the door behind him with a solid clunk. It's only... So we have new suspect tied up. Maybe unconscious.
He's not here yet, I don't think.
Oh, not yet? Okay. So then that means in this jail, all we have is the unconscious gnome and the baker. Cool, so I could just talk to the baker without worry. Got it.
Min's gonna go to the back corner, like, at least away from the baker since he's conscious, and just wave you over.
Yeah, he'll fucking walk his way on over. And he'll like lean in, whisper, what do you got?
Okay, actual Forge Master, 1, in cahoots with the unconscious fuck, points over to the gnome. 2, Bronze Dragon, he is a part of some sort of revolutionary thing? If I remember something or other, something about mortals, so probably mostly humanoids. Either way, very much trying to upset the queen. Don't know what their deal is. He also had some weird shit.
Yeah. So at least my suspicions are somewhat on the money.
Well, I guess we can look at these, but she like starts kind of digging through her bag and pulling out papers. Most of these are just diagrams.
Put those away.
Fine.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna wait for Hua and Miguel to get out of their meeting. And we're gonna go to the private vaulted conference room in the library. That is where we will examine evidence, where we can make sure there are no prying eyes or ears anywhere around. Yeah, we cleared the building out. We haven't swept it for bugs, scrying spells, magical alarms, nothing. Until we know we are in a place that is guaranteed private, all evidence stays under wraps. We cannot afford to get careless. You get me?
Alright. She'll like shove her shit back in the bag.
Don't worry, I've been doing my own sleuthing. I've been doing my own rooting around. I was trying to wait till everyone was on the same page and could get in the same place to lay everything out, but everyone's been running around and then having to suplex the dragon as he was running away.
Oh yeah, that area you suplexed them in. That's where they were meeting at. Found that out via Wobbler. But, continue.
But everyone just started running around, getting called to things, and you running off that way, and we'll do the interview and wait for the other two at the library. For now,
Okay.
For now, I just need a little more information. I was trying to get as much as I could before trying to lay it out. There's no sense trying to complete a puzzle if you do not have as many pieces as you can get your hands on. Yeah.
Noted.
And as you two are talking, you see that the gnome starts to stir awake. And he's like,
You fuckface.
Okay. Hey. He's a witness, but if you piss him off, he's not gonna talk.
Oh no. That means... Oh no.
Oh no?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Did you... and he tries to...
Did we what?
He was about to say something, but then he quietly, shuts his mouth.
No, you have literally every right to speak. We're not gonna shout down at you. What's on your mind, champ? You need water?
No.
Might be some rations around here.
Aren't I a prisoner?
Yeah. But you still get water and food and shit. What, huh? Fuck you on about?
Is this a motel or am I a prisoner of war?
Listen, most prisoners and unjust treatment of prisoners is considered something that is unlawful and unmoral, regardless if you are mortal or dragon. So chill the fuck out.
Also, if you really want to look at it that pessimistically, if we need you to stand trial or whatever, try to get evidence, you can't do that when you're dead. I mean, you could, because the speak with dead spell, but that'd be really inconvenient and cost a couple. You'd have to bring in either a wizard, which they charge by the hour, or a necromancer, which is a whole bag of worms or coffin of worms in itself.
We're getting off topic. Fucking Bronze Dragon, Forge Master, you know him?
No.
That's kind of a lie, but I was hoping you'd be cooperative. So...
Actually, that's wrong, but okay, buddy. Oh.
Let's see. What does the word ocean mean to you?
Nothing.
Insight check.
Roll for it.
I mean, Min knows, but I guess if you want my passive insight, that's a 16.
Well, I rolled a 16, so.
I'm rolling for his 1 second.
A thingy-mabobber.
A thingy-mabobber.
Yeah, the
I have a
thingy-mabobber.
stat sheet. That's a 21, so you guys fail.
Damn. It's like I have
Well, the
ears
problem
to
is I
see.
still know.
Yeah, she knows it's wrong.
You know it's wrong, but he's really
But it's like, damn, he
conveying.
could lie.
It's almost like making you doubt. Like, did he know? Maybe
Did
he
he?
doesn't. Maybe
Like-
it's just pure coincidence.
Maybe he is just the guard dog, but still that makes you an accomplice and guilty at the scene of the crime, fleeing the scene of the crime. It doesn't really do much to help you.
I can also choose to not believe him.
Yeah.
It's an annoying
nah.
thing as a
mean,
DM as a player, but
sure.
it's like I can choose to be like, I
So-
don't believe you.
Innocuous is just gonna pull up a chair and kind of like kick his feet up against the bars. And just kind of stare at him for a second.
So, are you an actual Forge Master, or are you just like a poser, imposter, pretending to be someone? What's the vibe? What are you doing here?
I can't answer your questions.
You can answer what you're doing here in the kingdom. I know why you're here. She points to the prison cell.
I can't answer anything.
Can't or won't. Just
That's not
saying there's a
good.
distinction between the words.
So you have no feasible reason to be here in the kingdom, especially during an entire situation. And awkward rumors are going around. It's kind of strange, dude.
Let me put it to you straight like this, Doc. Let's say we're speaking in a complete hypothetical land here. You have no involvement in whatever the fuck is going on. You don't got your hands dirty. You don't know what we're talking about. We don't know about any passcodes or secret plans or anything like that. Let me put it to you like this. You were witnessed guard dogging at the scene of a crime with tampered evidence conveniently laying around, damaged, matching your claw patterns, and then, once confronted, you fled the scene. Just telling you, Doc, that doesn't look good for you. So, if there's something we're not getting here, some misconception, if you truly have washed your hands clean of this bullshit, and it got nothing to do with it, there ain't no reason you are gonna want to be taking a fall for somebody else. So, just saying, do you want to go to jail because of something some other motherfucker did? Or do you want to, I don't know, seems in your interest to save your own hide a little bit? Because, dude, if we got the wrong guy, give us something to work with here. Because just sitting here going, oh yeah, I didn't do anything, sitting at the scene of the crime in the middle of an active crime scene and then fled the crime scene. That, frankly, that is far from airtight.
He stares at you for a little bit. At first, he seems adamant about not saying anything, especially not trying to make eye contact with you, but as you speak, he reluctantly looks at you, and a bit of somberness starts cascading over him as he positions himself towards you and relaxes, tension going away from his shoulders. I knew Malakis since I was a wormling. On accident, well, rather, not on accident, but I ran away from home one day, thinking I was powerful enough, as Red Dragon arrogance goes. And Malakis found me, terrified. I asked him never to let anyone know of that, and he promised his whole life. Since then, we've been mates, talking to each other every century or so, speaking about anything, really. It was a nice break to hear from him, from all the chaos, as you are aware. And especially when he talks about the humans that he lives nearby to, his eyes just light up in such an amber color. It's a bit mesmerizing. So one day he was solemn, and of course I was worried. I thought something had happened. Maybe his horde was taken over. But instead, he simply asked, will he risk his life? Will I risk his life for him? And at first I thought he was joking. He never likes putting myself in danger for any stupid thing, really, but that look he gave, it was serious, so I took it seriously. I believe that whatever Malakis believes is a good thing. And he is naive. I know that. But he truly does not want any dragon to be hurt. So I ask of you to let whatever he's doing happen. Please.
Min would hold her hand up real quick. You said he lives near humans? Where is that?
He originally lived in a civilization, well, nearby a civilization. Since... Hold on, let me pull up the name real quick.
Okay.
He came from the Bion Islands. The one down south. And after a gold dragon saw his expertise in making sentinels, they requested that he become the forger for the Gold Jin Kingdom. I was happy for him.
I see it.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You two are buds, friends, maybe closer, I don't know, not really my business. Haven't talked in a while, he calls you up for a favor, you head over. And putting this together, he cracks some sort of harebrained scheme, sure. And, well, I hate to break it to you, buddy. I think he set you up as a fall guy.
I'm aware. He was reluctant, but I took it on proudly.
I mean, he said, oh, well, You said yourself, Malakas doesn't want any dragons to get hurt. He's willing to throw you to the wolves to get his job done. Oh, and not to mention, you said, Malakas. Bronze or copper dragon, was it?
Bronze.
He's bronze.
God. Fucking... I'm never gonna remember that properly.
He's
Wait,
bronze.
hold on. Did I write it down?
He's bronze.
I'm sure
Bronze.
you did.
Okay, I did write it down. Fuck, I wrote it down wrong in the second place and looked at that. Shit. Fucking bronze? Okay, listen. I haven't ran into the guy, so I don't know. But all I'm saying is, the more you keep giving, the more... How do I say this? The more your story sounds plausible, and the more this Malakas guy is saying, doesn't, because I hate... It looks over to Min. This is going to be news to you. But you remember... fucking points back to the gnome. You know about what happened the whole couple fucking days ago, a week ago or so, right? So the orientation, everything going cattywampus, that whole shebang.
Us dragons know what happened, but the mortals are kind of unaware.
Well, once again, hate to break it to you. The Balliste, a fired bolt came through the window, you know, the one that nearly lopped the queen's head off. Bronze dragon signature at the Balliste that was fired. Your buddy said all this about, I don't want to hurt anybody, and then tried to kill the queen. So, like, one or the other's got to give here. Give me something to work with, because the only implication I've got right now is that he fucked up firing it. It didn't hit center mass.
As soon as you said that, his eyes goes wide open, and it's like...
Yeah.
No.
That's why I'm not buying it.
He wouldn't.
No, he would. I remember what he said.
Oh, you talked to him?
Mm-hmm.
Shit, that's news to me.
Listen, Min's gonna sit down. I don't know exactly what he told you, but he did very much imply that while he supposedly did not want to kill her, that still implies he wanted some sort of injury to occur. He is claiming it's for the mortals, but I do not see what his goal is considering. Outside of maybe the lower government, the queen herself is very mortal aligned.
It's not directly against the Gold Kingdom. In fact, they are a pariah for all mortals. Instead, it's more so what they represent. I don't really know it that well, but from what Malakas has told me, he said that the mortals believe that even though the Queen of Justice is a powerful dragon that respects all humanoids under her, it is still the fact that she hasn't given full power to the mortals. That it is only the dragons who make the final decision for their lives. Which I agree is important.
So, he's implying that in a way she is being hypocritical. Okay.
Which, honestly, I don't really believe with that sentiment. We are lived longer than humans. We have seen their civilization grow and be destroyed and grow again, and only this time, at least in the Jinn Kingdom, they're actually progressing. And that is only because of the gold dragons, as my ancestry would hate. I know when I see good things, and the Jinn Kingdom is doing good. But I still believed Malakas had a point, so I did what he said. but I still don't believe that he would harm the queen. He has nothing but respect for her. I'm worried those mortals twisted his mind.
Perhaps.
I mean, that would make sense. Mortals always wanting a better piece of the pie, as it is, bigger, 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 until they get the entire damn tray.
Refrain.
From what?
Or no. It's obvious
From
this is a
what?
deep-rooted problem. Generalization.
Hey. Listen, I'm not saying that as a generalization. I'm saying that because like I said, I was already poking around. I know more than you think I do.
I believe that.
And he will, at that point, swivel his head over to the baker. But don't worry. I'll get to back to that in a minute. And he will, pull back the apron a little bit at the top of the collar and show the non-destroyed pamphlet. Just keep this symbol in the back of your head. It might get more context later.
You wait. How did you get that?
Min will just casually, not really. She won't make a big deal of it, but she'll literally just flick her ear and her tail as if it's flicking, but back towards the chef.
You know, casual dragon body language.
Innocuous will take out the charred one, specifically. This one, I found feet away from the podium on stage. Sat up against the window pane, the shattered glass behind the stage. You know, the one the ballista came through.
He did say he was going to attend the... I told him not... A few times he had told me that a few mortals could talk to him. An aspiration for a true total mortal government in a large region. Because, as you are aware, for your own area, there is not a huge mortal government as huge as the dragon territories. But they wanted one, and they wanted Malaka's help. I said no, because simply, that much control, that much land, they had no... We've seen civilizations fall under that much land, under no governance, no proper government. But they wanted it, and he went for it. He told me that he would go to the ceremony, and... no, Malaka's... And he just looks more saddened now, and he just looks to the ground. Mind you, he's still tied up, so...
Yeah.
Yeah. Min will kind of just look and just quietly go,
I believe that has to do with what he was muttering under his breath.
So if you're talking about something Malakas is muttering under his breath, I wasn't there for that, so...
No, remember? But
she just kind of gestures to the jail cells, like, I'm trying to be quiet about it.
Yeah, I don't... I mean...
But there's a human territory that's trying to expand. Probably Empire, but... I guess I can see how that can lead to issues and wanting a violent show of power.
I think at this point, he's going to stand up and loudly drag his chair over to the cell of the baker, flip it around, plant it down, you know, where it's the fucking back of the chair facing the cell so he can put his arms on the backrest.
Min will stay with the gnome.
Yeah, just he's like it's that quiet of like good call. You will take like, you know, those old timey like jail cups, the metal tin cups, and kind of like clack it along the bars for a quick second. So, yeah, having fun staring at that wall, or
I do not talk to thieves.
Hey, listen, one, wrong. I didn't steal shit. Have no interest in stealing shit. 2, you were the one. He reaches over to the sheriff's desk and pulls off his file, flipping through. You were the one running a serious racketeering business here.
That's what.
Scamming commoners out of some pretty solid gold, especially in, a lot of communities where they could not afford the fee.
Excuse me.
You know what happens if someone defaults on a payment like that? They wind up here. Either working in servitude camps, or until they can post bail and just pay outright. It's extortion, my guy. That's it. That's you. That's your little business model. You just didn't expect anyone to crunch the numbers on it. And hey, I don't blame you. You're the funny, happy, go lucky guy selling pastries on the street. Nobody would bat an eye at that. Nobody would think twice, right? Right.
But that's what my mommy always used to tell me. Our bread is worth 3 gold, and I've been doing it since all my generations.
Your bread is worth 3 gold when it takes 3 copper to manufacture, and you usually sell it for 5.
What you're talking about? It takes a lot of patience and hard work. I've been using this recipe since my mother, and then my grandmother, and then my great-grandmother, and then my great-great-great-grandmother, and my great-great-great-great-great-grandmother, and my great-great-great-great-great-great-grandmother, and my great-great-great-great-great-great-grandmother, and my great...
Yeah, I get it. I get it. I get the picture, family tradition, everything like that. I know.
And I've
not necessarily
always
based on family tradition.
For 3 gold. In fact, when I went up to make sure I was doing the right price, because inflation is a real thing, the Commerce Committee said 3 gold, and that's what I did. 3 gold. And I've always been doing 3 gold, and no one has had a problem with me. In fact, I didn't even see my favorite customer.
Inflation to 3 gold. Like, he's running the numbers on that. Like, inflation up from 3 copper to 3 gold. That has to be bullshit. That has to be. He's gonna fucking. I'm rolling insight on that. Jumping from 3 copper to 3 gold. 3 to 300. Oh my god. How much? Fucking. What is the?
You can roll insight. You don't need to.
Is the
I think that's just
multiplier
his
from 3 to 300.
His brain wanting answers.
That's literally if I'm doing the numbers properly, that's a literal 100% inflation rate. If that's happening, the economy, we're in a fucking Great Depression. The economy is in literal fucking shambles. That's not happening, so that's bullshit.
Roll your insight check.
21.
He totally believes into what he's saying.
So it's less of a correct thing and more of him convinced.
Listen, my guy, I'm telling you, as a tradesman, I've run the numbers. I know the cost of the ingredients, the cost for import, export, the process of making and baking and all of it. If you genuinely believe that 3 gold is the price you needed to sell your pastries at, in this market, the economy would be in shambles. If it's at 3 gold, you were told 3 gold by the Chamber of Commerce. I'm worried. God fucking damn it, how deep does this go? Because you could have just been lied to by the Chamber of Commerce. There's...
Ma, money. Sorry.
Why would they do that?
That's literally it. You start selling for more gold, you bring in more you have to bring in more product to make up for it. They get tariffs, they get taxes, they get sales revenue.
I literally only have 1 gold to my name every damn day.
I mean, not if you successfully pull the racketeering scam off, which would usually net you. Flips open his fucking notebook of calculations. Roughly like 247 gold and 50 silver. That's if they eat 49 out of 50 of the pastries. I already deducted the cost of having to make new pastries on top of it.
Well, I mean,
it's a high. Listen,
the
dude.
sale was new.
At most,
I did it because no one was buying my stuff. Because I knew my mid-pop store open and been stealing my customers. So I threw the scale of being like, oh hey, 50 donuts are free. You just have to buy them at 3. That's it. So I did that. I even went over to the mom and pop store, and they were the exact same as mine. And guess what? They were run by bronze dragons. Wait, hold on. No, they weren't. Hold on.
Were they run by brass dragons, copper dragons, silver dragons?
No. Fuck. Trying to remember who. Wait, give me a second.
That feeling when you get your own lore wrong.
They were run by green dragons. The only reason why I damn knew that is because they literally ran green dragons on the day.
Green dragons.
And when
Actually, at that point, man would be like, what? Why are they doing so far west? What the fuck?
I don't know, but for some reason 3 copper is less than 3 gold and everyone goes there nowadays, so I was like, I'll put a sale on.
Yeah. Dude.
Okay, wait, hold on. First, if you wanted to do a really good sale, you would probably what you would want to do is do a bit of the math to figure out how much you can go lower, because people always buy more if you lower the prices, and then you can do a thing of supply and demand where it's like the more that people buy, the more you can make it about. God damn it, did they never...
My guy, okay, let me put it to you in a nice little bow. You had the free market work as the free market intended. By someone else selling a product of similar equal value for a lower price to increase competition, instead of doing some sort of marketing strategy to compete back in the economy you willingly stepped into, you got mad and pulled the race card. If you want people to shop in your shop, Did he just say speak in common?
Yeah.
God damn it.
Eyes like flare up.
I can't understand what the hippy-tappy words you're saying. I just know my bread is worth 3 gold.
Look at me. What? Fucking thaumaturgy. Stop it! I'm trying to keep my cool here. You were under the impression of a prior economy, of the way things used to work. That's fine. Things changed and prices dropped from competition. What you could have done was just lowered your prices as well and provide a better product, which would have brought the people back to your shop. But instead, you got mad and started to scam people. That is why you are here. Not saying it's entirely your fault. The Chamber of Commerce could have given you bad data. Calculations go wrong all the time. I'm not saying you're a deplorable monster. You said you were trying to provide for your family, your wife, and your kid. That's a really noble cause. What I'm trying to say is that the execution was not only driving away the people you wanted to buy your product, in most cases it was hurting the people that were trying to buy your product because they could not afford it.
Well, why did you say so? So then what should I lower down to?
Because the first sentence you said about me pointing it out was, you, blah, 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 ingrateful dragon, blah, 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 telling me my life, blah, 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 making things hard for me.
Which is hate crime.
Yeah, that's another thing. You're gonna get hate crime charges, dude.
Are you not dragons?
Are there probably dragons out there that have fucked with you? I don't know. Dragons do weird shit all the time.
Ida, I think, bro, okay, no offense, she's gonna look them. I think he literally lives so, he is far removed from many things because he literally just asked, aren't you dragons? So I guess he's in that Listen, dude, when you make comments or you are annoyed at people for aspects that they cannot control, aka me being a dragon, you being a human, that's called speciesism or racism. That's not good. Okay.
Racism is bad? What's racism?
Fucking Knockers just melts in his chair like, oh, fuck me.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so a long time ago, and don't worry, this isn't just a human thing. This is something that animals sometimes do too, like regular beasts.
As you're explaining this, he's actually like sitting down and looking at you as if you're giving like an educational lecture, and he's like really paid attention.
On the floor like a kid at story time.
Yeah. Okay, actually, wait. Before I continue that, Anacris, I think he almost got radicalized.
Yeah, what he's gonna do.
Oh my god.
You see by his collar? He points, like subtly points. Notice the tattoo? And we'll like, once again, pull the apron back so that the guy can't see it. And we'll show the fucking pamphlets with the same thing. Yeah. He got radicalized. That's what I was trying to get at. That's what I'm trying to work towards. Because what I want him to do, look at me, listen to me.
I am.
What I want him to do, I want to press him into flipping on his buddies. I want a lead out of this. We can't afford another dead end.
Okay, hold on, I got this.
Keep going.
Okay.
I will say,
okay, so
Meg continues to talk about the history of racism, and during that, we will switch to Miguel and Hua.
Okay, yeah.
I fucking know, chat, that I was running like a fucking serious investigating a mystery fantasy music in the background, and then as soon as I hit fucking what's a racism, I just put on fucking Digging My Potato again. Fucking the dopey fucking Cowboy Bebop harmonica. It's like, fuck. Okay, we're gonna be here a while.
I don't know what music to put in the background because I didn't prepare for this session. So you're welcome to put whatever you want. I'm gonna put Phoenix Wright music in the background.
Oh, that's also a good call. Fuck. Why didn't I think of that?
Oh, okay, hold on.
So it's gonna be a bit it's gonna be a serious time.
Serious music. Okay.
Serious music. Ooh.
Put some calm music.
Oh, it ain't gonna be calm, that's for sure. So, you guys were, while Min and Akris were doing their thing, you were walking towards the castle, and the guards actually follow you with Malakis in hand. They explain to you that it's because the queen actually requests that he comes with you because she was recently aware of the situation that happened at the forge. As you come across to the palace, you see that the doors are wide open. Some dragons are coming in, along with many chief ambassadors, including Miguel. You see Nadia in the crowd walking towards. She catches a glance at you and waves hello, so for you to come over.
All right, I will.
Oh, Miguel, you're here. And Hua, it's nice to see you.
Lovely to see you too.
I'm afraid today may not be a good day. This meeting seems very serious. And, Miguel, I do have information to give, but it seems I might have to give it during the meeting, if it comes to it.
Oh?
Your thoughts.
Do you have any idea?
Your thoughts are correct.
Thoughts on... As in which thoughts?
He is colluding something. Unfortunately, the issue is, I'm only seeing the results. He dreams of a wealthy life, where he is seen as a god among both dragons and humanoids. But as for how it comes to that, I am unaware. I'm worried he is using the situation to his advantage. But I digress. If we worry too much, we'll get wrinkles on our skin. And I think it would look terrible on you, Miguel.
Agreed.
And as you guys walk in together, you come into a different chamber. This one equivalent to, you all are Americans. You've seen the Senate room where it's sort of like layers of table seats and then the chair in the center, right? You know of that room?
Mm-hmm.
It's equivalent to that, but much larger to accommodate for both dragons and humanoids. So at the top, or rather at the center of the room, is the Queen of Justice herself. On one side is the gold dragons, again higher up, with at the bottom being the dragon, gold dragons in humanoid forms, and some silver dragons are there too. Others as guards, some actually being part of some of the dragon committee. On the other side is other dragons, mostly in humanoid forms, along with other humanoids. You and Nadia and Miguel will sit here, but Hua, you're being called for by the queen as she makes a seat ready for you nearby her.
I'm gonna take my seat.
In the meantime, you also see two other dragons come in. Hua, may I reveal the names, if you can give me the names, please, of those two dragons?
Yeah, hold on.
Thank you, thank you.
It's in my phone. Hold on. It's in my character sheet description. Hold on. I'm sorry. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Okay. Hold on.
Which one is older and which one's younger? Okay, thank you. So, two dragons come in. One comes in seated next to the Queen of Justice on her other side, and another one follows behind her. And in the front is it essentially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dragons in total. One being the Queen of Justice, the other being the husband, the other being Hua, and the other two that at least you, Miguel, know briefly is Wu Jing and Tianjin. Did I say that right?
It's Wu Xing.
Wu Xing.
Tianjin.
Tianjin.
Yeah. It's because I can't type the patterns on the computer, so yeah.
Those two are the children of the Queen of Justice. And Miguel, after some thinking, you realize, is Hua the child of the Queen of Justice?
Can I roll that? I'll just roll insight.
Okay.
That is an 18 plus 6.
Oh yeah, she is.
Shit. That's not what I wanted to hear. Oh well. I
Um,
kind of wanted to go, huh? Maybe? Nah. Oh well.
And you think that maybe Hua isn't her real name. But as for how she acts towards the queen herself and how she acts towards you guys, you can't really say whether or not you trust her more or less. But you at least know her proper identity this time. And you can discuss some things. I'm gonna take a break because I'm being called for dinner, so I'm gonna stop the
Okay.
pause the recording. All right, we're back from our break. As we left off, Miguel, Hua, you're in the council meeting. Everybody is still getting adjusted, so you have at least a couple of minutes to talk with Nadia, and I'll let this ability be known now. So I did not tell this ability previously because I was worried you guys would abuse it, but all dragons can telepathically communicate with each other, regardless of species, age, and such.
Okay.
So you can telepathically communicate to each other.
Oh. Okay. So I don't even have to go across the room to fucking talk to Kami if I really want to. It's kind of fun. No, I hate that my out-of-character brain is... How can I annoy the shit out of people with this?
You can broadcast it to multiple dragons at once.
Also, Tom, do you want a snickerdoodle?
What the fuck? What the fuck? You want a snickerdoodle?
You know what? I bought them. Sure. Hold on. Let me get a snickerdoodle.
Mid-conversation. You want a snickerdoodle? I can't.
Listen, they're good, but there's only a few of them.
Snickerdoodle cookies?
Yeah. Snickerdoodle.
I kind of want a cookie now.
Gosh damn it, me. First of all, god damn it.
Are you free tomorrow?
Yeah, I am.
Yay. Well, it's gonna rain tomorrow, so...
That's fine.
Well, then how are we gonna hang out?
I drive.
But it's gonna rain.
So you don't have to.
Are
What's the problem?
Oh.
What's the problem with it raining? You're gonna be in bed all days anyways.
It's because she can't drive in the rain.
Why can't you drive in the rain?
I'm not allowed to.
You need to learn to drive in the rain.
Well, we'll discuss that after the stream.
Fifth,
recording.
Get on it. Wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
Shit! Driving!
No, but she can make you drive in the rain.
God damn it. Alright. Did you get your
snickerdoodle?
Okay, I'm gonna take that as a yes. Alright.
Yeah, I told you it fucks.
You're fucking the snickerdoodle?
Oh? Okay, anyways. Let's continue.
Say something or the meeting will start.
Start the fucking meeting. Gosh damn it.
Do you say that in character?
It's so urgent.
No. Please no.
Roll a d20.
Me?
No, Hua.
Oh. You're my cut, so I was confused.
Wait, okay. Hold on. Please. Why is my dice not rolling? Hold on.
You should probably roll your physical dice, you know?
Wait, hold on, I have a question. Can I telepathically send shit anonymously?
Let me do it.
No.
This fucking Dropbox. Yeah, no, can I airdrop?
Well, I mean, like, if you're in the room, most likely people know it's from you, but, like, if you're doing it from a distance that the other dragon can't see you, then it would be kind of
it's
anonymous.
like there's a lot of other dragons in this room, so...
Then you would have to roll stealth if you plan to do it anonymously.
Hold on, don't I have proficiency in stealth? I do. Hold on.
I'll do a counter roll to it, see if that works.
Well, fuck you, that's a nat 20. Nat 20 plus 5.
What?
To tell the fucking guy, to tell the guy who we don't like that his fly is down.
That's crazy. Yeah.
So
I don't care if he's in full dragon form, I'm still gonna say it. Because I think that's even funnier to me.
Well,
this dragon looking down at their 4 legs, looking for their pants.
When he's not.
So, surprisingly enough, the two dragons, one that Anacris was talking to, and the one that was loudly protesting against the queen, are sort of directly across the room ahead of you. You can see some distance between them. Immediately, is this the one? Okay, I don't have names. The one Anacris and those we're talking to. So, Kami, give me 2 names, please.
Girl.
If not, I'll just do a Chinese generator. Chinese generator away.
Yeah, do a Chinese generator.
Let's see what we got.
I have to look around, pull up the websites I was using and everything.
Okay, bestie, I get you. Please give me names that won't be offensive. Alright, we're gonna get Leon Lin.
How's it spelled?
Lianlin.
Type it, because I can't fucking see it. But hold on, type it.
Yeah, the one that Inocris is talking to, I'll put it in no mic. XIA, and then XIU. We'll just say Inocris.
That I'm talking to. Oh, the dragon I'm talking to. Okay.
Yeah, the one that you were threatening. The one you were threatening.
What? I wasn't threatening nobody.
He was
telling it how it is. He was like, yo, I'm gonna be straight up with you. If you're supposedly not involved, this looks bad, my guy.
So, the one with the X is the one that Inocris was intimidating. The one with L is the one that was vocally protesting the queen.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sending it to the dude I had my friends peer into their dreams of.
In that case, it would be Leon Lin. Red gold.
Yeah.
No, they're both gold.
They're both gold.
Wait, no. Oh, wait, no, I thought you were talking about the guy in jail. No, the bitch boy? Yeah, the bitch boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking, let me go to my notes and write that.
Yeah. So, the bitch boy is Ja, and the criminal man, the dream man is Lian.
Dragon, bitch boy.
If I'm pronouncing it right. Xia and Lian.
Cool.
Is that... Kami, you can smack my hand later if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Anyway,
Yeah.
You know what to do, Fife. Get in the comments.
Get in the comments. So, you send this message to Xia, and immediately he looks down to his hind legs, and it's like, God damn it, I've been fooled again. It's not country, that was automatic, but you can immediately tell he just looks immediately pissed, and just starts looking around the room, and then Leon just smacks with his hand, with his dragon hand against Xia, and it's just like, he just gives him a look, and then Xia calms down.
That's suspicious.
I'm just sitting there trying not to smile.
They don't see you, because they're not paying attention to you. It's a big thankful about that. Attention! Attention! A human walks up to the center of the court. The council The Grand Council is in session. First, the Queen of Justice will speak, and then each person from both parties will speak in 3 minutes total. Do not overstep, or the Queen of Justice will intervene, and your talking will end. You may begin your resplendence. And he bows and goes back to his position as the Queen of Justice, unable to stand up, is lying rather weakly on her seat throne mixture type of thing. Imagine like a long sofa that you would see like people paint their nude models on. I don't know what that.
The Gregorian lounge, yeah.
We'll call it that. Thanks, Ocean Nerd.
It's like Roman times. Yeah.
Yeah. She is sitting on that a bit weakly. Hoa from the distance, you can tell, like, almost there's wrinkles of scales underneath her eyes, indicating the fact that she hasn't slept properly either, over time. Greetings, everyone. I have called an emergency meeting because many incidents has passed within a short amount of time, and I ask an immediate council for an immediate decision. But first I will bring up the 3 matters. 1. It just turns out I have been infected with a dead dragon's blood. And everyone gasp. And you guys would know that when a dragon dies, parts of their remains and blood becomes lethal enough to kill a dragon. It takes time, of course, for the body to decompose to become this way, but if some sort of fluid from the dead dragon was injected or smeared onto an alive dragon, they would also die. It almost acts as if an invasive virus towards a dragon. It's, as you all are aware, the only practically very lethal nemesis against dragons' vitality. So the fact that the queen is infected by this is essentially a sign of that. She will die soon. And
hasn't heard of a blood transfusion?
Unfortunately, the blood acts quick enough that it starts melding into the blood of it. That a transfusion is impossible because it's difficult to flush out because at that point it's infused with her blood. You can't replace the blood.
So it's more of a cancer. Got it.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's more or less, it's like when a poison hits the bloodstream, but you don't catch it quick enough, and it's metabolized through like the pancreas and whatnot, has been absorbed into the tissues of the body.
Mm-hmm.
It's escaped containment. It's spreading.
Yeah. And because of this, I will be forced to resign from my position soon. But before I do that, I would like to set in laws that will be irreversible for the next king or queen of justice to do. And immediately, Lian Lin stands up and is like, "Objection! This will ensure your own totality even to death. This is against Gold Dragon's honor." And immediately, the human from earlier makes a loud gong noise. I realized.
Gong noise?
Yeah, I realize it's offensive. The point is, he makes a loud noise, and it's like, "You cannot speak. It is not your turn, sir. You dare talk against me, mortal?" And the Queen of Justice, again, instead this time, roars loudly against him. And he sits quietly in his seat. "I understand there are those who oppose my position today, and whether or not it is your doing, you have won. But I would like to propose a proposition. We, our gold dragons, do not follow the principle of heredity positions. Instead, we follow suit to who we believe is best in charge. As many of you are aware, Leon Lin?
Do you want a different name?
No, it's okay.
Okay.
Leon Lin wants to be the next King of Justice. And while I'm sure he will probably be a great leader, I ask that instead. And she gestures her hand towards her right, where you are, Hua. That my daughter is instead your preferred elected person. And
I was just in shock, and she's like, whoa.
And people are talking in this sense. My daughter, Tianlong, Jin Tianlong, will be a proper leader for the Gold Dragons in this dying and struggled times. But that election will be held. Lastly, I do want you to decide in the back of your mind who is an appropriate leader for our kingdom. The second matter is over the incident at the forge. And as she says this, the door opens and you see Malachus is again is walking with the silver guards toward the center of the room. He is still in his Aerocrocan form, but this time his feet are shackled and chains are coming to the silver dragons who hold him tight. And they drag out a chair for him to sit, and they tie him to said chair. We have news from outside, along with the investigation from Ambassador Miguel, that our beloved bronze forger, our Malachus, has tried to kill me. Malachus doesn't even look at the queen. He just stares down, not speaking a word. And unless anyone say their witness and says this is false, I ask that all people who know this information to speak up and tell me what is the truth and what is not.
Can I make what type of check do I make to be did he actually do it? We know that he sabotaged the security drones. We don't know why. He set the other guy up as a fall guy for it, right? Mm-hmm. And we know that, and we don't know why, besides, covering his own ass, unless the tape from the security drones actually showed him doing it. They seem like two different instances, or two different, separate cases, but I don't know. From the information that I know, V, do I believe that this dude was the one who pulled the trigger?
Did you have the information that Anakris gathered from the investigation?
We probably wouldn't have the information because we are not with him.
Unless
he telepathically tells us, Unless we
because he was waiting to get everyone at the library to share everything.
There's a 50 feet radius for the telepathicness, so unless he's 50 feet away, which he's not, you won't be able to relay this information.
But as of right now, I have no way to confirm or deny that they are.
Yeah.
You can also go get him, huh?
I can't leave in the middle of
trial.
Yeah,
we can't leave.
Why not?
We'll be held in contempt of the court. That's
so
you can't do that in real court.
Get a witness.
You just sent somebody.
Then you have to ask for it.
So I'm saying it's a court procedure. You're allowed to take a pause to retrieve a witness that wasn't brought in yet.
That's true. That's true.
So what do you do?
We're gonna.
I don't know.
We'll call for the witnesses. No.
Can you do it as character, please?
Yeah.
No, hold on. No. Between us, are we going to call the others in as witnesses?
But we don't know what they... Well, one, even out of character, it's like, what can he attest to? What can Anakris attest to? That fucking, that he did the fucking guard slashing? But how do we prove that he did the, Oh, was it the note that he found? Was the note the killer?
Okay,
You know,
so-
Ocean, the letters that Ocean found the letter. That
He found the
they
pamphlet, the
collected,
letter.
they said
Yeah.
Ocean. And one of those letters was at the ballista?
Mm-hmm.
No,
One of the pamphlets were at the ballista.
Mhm.
And
yes, one of
Anakris
the pieces
knows...
that would spell the code.
No, not the code.
A part of the code.
The pamphlet
It
that
was
the
just-
baker had.
Just propaganda pamphlet.
Yeah. And he was able to confirm that the energy at the ballista and on the pamphlet was bronze. We know that, and then we have all the information that we found at the forge that is covered in bronze, including the destroyed fucking robots that has red energy, who we have in custody. What we do know at the forge is that, one, he was a part of a mortal revolution, and we did find like some sort of letter of some sort that may have been talking about that, but we do have proof of him talking about a mortal revolution because we literally heard him mumble it under his breath as he was being arrested. So far, I guess the only people that would be able to accurately be like, hey, this fits with this, is Anakris and Min, because Min gave Anakris that information, and then Anakris gave this was at the ballista information.
Especially because Anakris right now would be doing the grilling on the fucking chef to get the confirmation of, yeah, radical sectist group fucking wants full human control, full human empire, etc., etc. He just needs that confirmation.
I get that part. What I'm saying is, I don't think we have anything to prove that he specifically made or fired it. We understand that he's a maker, and we understand he's a bronze dragon, but saying bronze dragon energy on a fucking ballista is speculatory at best.
The problem is in conjunction with the fact that of the laid out plan with the Warbler and the destroying of evidence, it's too coincidental. It's like,
again, it's coincidental, but it's not concrete.
Well, what I was gonna say, the evidence that you have right now to basically prove that he is a suspect is he mentioned a mortal revolution, and when he was interrogated at the forge, he broke down and admitted that he did meet. Like, what is it? You have proof of him meeting with the Red Dragon that destroyed the Sentinels before they had an upgrade after everything happened. That is what you have suspect-wise.
I just realized something.
Yeah.
What?
So...
What is this?
You didn't even need to do this.
I'm telling you, you were missing something. We understand that he's guilty for treasonous reasoning and supporting the resistance, right, in the revolution, but we do not have the smoking gun.
Yeah, I understand that part. I was just saying, if you're talking about getting started, you can at least use what we found at the forge.
I will say, before you guys do anything, or you decide to do anything, you can see that in, the Queen of Justice's eyes glows, as suddenly, she seems to give a hawkeye focus on Malakas, and she asks him to look at me, and Malakas looks at her, and you can't tell because you're sort of like in the back, but Hua, you can see that his eyes look distraught, almost as if he's been crying a little bit. His eyes are swollen. There's redness around, like, under his eyes and stuff. And you can tell that she casts Liar's Revelation. Any creature within 6 miles of you attempting to tell a deliberate lie must succeed on a DC charisma saving throw, or find themselves accidentally revealing the truth it was attempting to conceal, and cannot lie any further for the whole day.
Fucking Innocuous needs that spell ASAP. Where the fuck is it? Where can I get that?
Oh, fuck off.
It's gold dragons only.
Yeah.
Fucking Innocuous is in shambles.
Yeah, it's race locked.
So I'm going to make 2 rolls. Very quick.
Brioche?
Brioche? Ooh. That's what I'm hearing.
Were you behind the incident of attempting to murder me with a piercing missile? And Malakis, his body sort of like shakes, as if like he's trying his best not to say anything, but his control over his mouth, oh, you got 9 attempting to do? That's crazy. You, fuck, what was I saying? I distracted myself. His control over his mouth releases, and he said, I did! I wasn't trying to kill you, but I did. I did. And the murmuring still continues in the crowd. I will allow each party to ask 2 questions. First will be of the mortal government. And for the sake of this will mean that you, Miguel, can ask questions if you want.
Okay, let me think. He just confessed that he was behind it, but he didn't say to what extent? Question mark? I kind of fucking... I zoned
He
for a second.
can't lie, but he can only really answer the question, so...
Okay, so I will stand up. Yeah, why not? I will, I'll stand up from the back, and I will say, if I may, Your Majesty.
She nods.
I have 2 questions, right? And what was it that he answered again? That he was behind the plot.
The missile
behind
attack.
The plot.
But
he was behind the plot, yes.
But he did not intend to kill her.
I think there are 2 questions I go with. Well, I can think of a lot of different questions here, but one would be, and I'm thinking this out first. One is, who was the one who actually fired the ballista, right? And 2 is, who are all and any co-conspirators, right? Being, let's just get to who actually did it, not just who was involved. Because you can say you're involved all day, but there's a big difference between conspiracy for murder and committing murder, right? That's what I'm trying to ascertain. He's behind making the ballista, as far as we know and can assume, but is he the one who fired it?
Yeah. Didn't know who it was for.
And I'm only allowed 2 questions, right?
Yep.
2 questions in 3 minutes. So the 2 questions will be equivalent to 3 minutes in this case, so go ahead.
Alright. So I'll step forward and be like, all right, well, hold on. Big Darn Nation, how we feeling? Since you've already confessed to being involved with it, my questions now are to ascertain as to what extent they were, not even for yourself, more so to figure out who or whomst is also involved. So my first question is, who was the one who actually fired the ballista? Because I can assume you made it, which I will not be asking, but I can assume you made it. You made no indication that you were the one actually pulling the proverbial trigger. Who did it?
In order to ensure that the missile would hit, I needed to be at the orientation. So I controlled my peacemaker to fire it.
His what maker?
His sentinel peacemaker.
Okay, so like the little bird.
Not the bird. Humanoid sentinel.
Just one of the robots.
Yeah.
Is that, just for curiosity, is that one of the robots that survived? The one robot that survived, or no?
Yeah. You don't
really
know if it's the same
yourself.
one. You don't know if it's the same one, but what I'm trying to say, the humanoid robot is the one that he's saying that he controlled.
Okay. The second is, who are your if you have any co-conspirators in this endeavor, list them all.
I can't.
Can I make an intimidation check to help?
I can't say their names. You can.
That is an 18 plus 8. And that's where I rebuttal and say, I did not ask a question. It was not an option. And his eyes glow over with that sheen as a little bit of smoke, this dull purple smoke, starts to come out from his like a really dense fog, and it flows from his sleeves and drapes down him.
Because he rolled a natural 1, he looks at you in pure horror. The eyes, the shadow, he recognizes that. Nino. And he starts scrambling in his chair. I can't. I'm doing it for them. I'm doing it for all of them. Please,
Anito?
Anino. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Anino.
Anino.
You don't know the language, so you don't know what he's saying. Don't search it up right now.
No, I wasn't searching it up. I lost my what's it called thingy. But wait, I don't need to. I'm pretty sure that one of the dragons, which may be the queen, actually during that time has the ability to comprehend languages of all kinds. Where's the fucking document? Where is it?
No. I mean, you have the option to comprehend another language, but you can't comprehend all languages. Gold dragons don't have that ability.
Where's the fucking... Can you give me the link to the document sheet again? Where is it?
It's just shared.
Well, wouldn't the implication that they have to tell you the truth is that they can't speak it in another language to loophole it? That they have to speak it in a language you understand and comprehend? Because it's like if you use that Liar's Revelation on a rogue, and he just starts speaking in fucking thieves' cant to get out of it.
Yeah.
There's no fucking shot.
Well, this is more like, because, okay, I will say this, the language he was speaking in is the background language for the dragons, which is like Filipino Tagalog adjacent. Tagalog?
Filipino? Where's Philippines? Okay.
Tagalog, I believe. So, he spoke in that language. At least.
Well, I'm just gonna pressure him to say it in common then. He already failed the nat 1.
You sure you want to do that?
Yes. No. I will use telepathy and say, "Tell me here."
Then I will DM you.
Yeah, that way it doesn't cause a public panic. That's smart. That's epic. I pinned that. I will just respond, give the name.
You can tell his body starts convulsing, as if like something is restraining him not to say anything. But
I dispel magic on him. Bucket, say it.
There is no magic. But that's funny you did that.
Yeah. Can I do an Arcana check to see if he's cursed?
He's not cursed.
So something is restraining him from saying it. He's not cursed though.
Nairi.
I don't know what he said.
Her name was Nairi. Nairi.
Is that anyone that rings a bell? Probably not.
Nope.
Who else?
I'm sorry, Chief Ambassador, but those 2 questions are over. We must send it to the next party.
I said to list every co-conspirator, not just one. If there are none, then I will concede, and I agree with you. And I lost my accent. Shit. If there is none, then I agree with you. But
and he
from
starts
the phrasing
crying.
of my question,
He starts crying and says, Reinhold.
Who's that?
That is the name of the red dragon, Reinhold.
Oh. Okay. I will say, continue.
The gold dragons. Do any of you have a question to ask? And Lian Lin stands up and is like,
I'm not asking any other questions. I haven't. He's still answering my second one, but all right.
That's
you want to
it.
shut me down so bad.
No, that's all the conspirators. I'll rephrase.
That is.
That's all I know. That's all I've talked to.
Can I insight check him?
You can.
17 plus 6.
He's telling the truth, but there's something in there he's not including that he doesn't think is important. But otherwise, in terms of what he thinks is important to the question you're asking, he'd answer truthfully.
I will telepathy again, being like, I know there's something else. Spill it. You already know why I'm here. You already know what this means for you.
I was just trying to get the baker, the one you arrested. That's all. I was... Please don't kill me. And he starts crying.
What about the baker? Hold on, I need to fucking check. I was double checking my notes.
He didn't say anything specific. He said something about get the baker. I don't know.
I was just trying to see if you wanted to join the cause. You didn't give an answer, though.
Oh, and now that fucking they're gonna go get the baker to grill him, and Anakris is gonna be in his interrogation. No.
He starts crying, and the person is like, Ambassador Miguel, I order you not to telepathically communicate with the suspect.
Very well. As I am out of questions anyways.
Gold dragons, you're allowed to ask 2 questions. And Lian Lin immediately gets up with like a sort of arrogant smirk on his face and it's like, so, the bronze dragons are apparently responsible for Queen's danger? Are you colluding with bronze dragons? Like, no. Oh, I'm colluding with mortals. Mortals? Do you hear this? I told you, Queen of Justice, I told you the mortals are ungrateful against us. Of course, they will get us hurt like this, and of course, they're already killing you. And, again, people are murmuring. Some of the gold dragons look a bit annoyed with his pompous attitude, but others are nodding with agreement with him. You hear the murmurs of like, they're always ungrateful, they always want more and more. It's like, when will they learn? And things like that. Then another question is asked. In that case, why did you collude with these mortals, these vassals of yours? And the human, I guess I'll call him the conductor, I guess. The conductor looks at,
Bailiff, if you want to be, because bailiff is usually the one that, like, conducts the courtroom.
Okay, the bailiff looks at him with, like, disdainment. And, again, you guys are aware, vassals were previously used to, like, call any of the humanoids, but it was deemed as if you were owning these humanoids, so instead humanoid/mortals were preferred. So people who usually say vassals are more of like, let's say old money.
Racist.
Yes.
Got it.
Equivalent of, okay, not as equivalent, but less adjacent to calling someone the N-word with the hard R.
It's the human racism.
Yes. It is nothing against you, Queen of Justice. I appreciate the work you have done, but the mortals cannot continuously live under our reign. They must live on their own, under their own people. We cannot just give them random powers and let them play as fake leaders. They want to be leaders. They're capable of leading their own. And even though this kingdom are treating the mortals with such kindness and respect, the other kingdoms and territories are not the same. We must lead by example and let them own by themselves. Let them lead by themselves. That is what the mortal revolution wants. That is what I'm colluding with. And Leanne just like scoffs and like sort of flares his wings in like annoyance. Mortals want this, mortals want that. We have given them ample of protections against the red dragons and alliance with the silver dragons to ensure proper protection. We give them land, we give them water, education even, and then they want more? And some of the people on the mortal government side sort of murmurs a bit of like annoyance with what Leanne is saying and such. And you can even tell Nadia next to you, Miguel, is looking mighty irritated considering the fact.
I'm going to telepathy talk into the dude's head, not stealthily. I'm gonna telepathy talk into the dude's head and just say, "You're one to talk." And when I want him to look at me, and I'm going to be staring him daggers.
He will be staring back at you, arrogance. It's like, but I guess the mortals only think we are weak when dragons among us constantly wear their skin.
Okay, that is just flat out racist.
Hold on, bro. What do you mean by that?
Is
that a jab at us?
Bro approached the bench, dropped a slur, and then went on hate speech, bro.
Leanne,
That's fucking crazy.
Leanne, I ask that I know what you say. But I say enough is enough. If mortals want the power so much, fine, they can have it. They clearly killed our queen for it. What's the word I'm thinking of? What's the word I'm thinking of? They brainwashed this poor bronze dragon who's weeping and made him kill our queen, who is supposedly dying and is allowing this to happen. Silence! Sorry, I'm trying to yell, but I can't yell at the moment. But
yeah.
The Queen of Justice, like, actually tries to get up, which then the husband is like, helping her and such.
Right,
it's like,
right.
Silence. Your arrogance is making yourself too much of a mocker. I ask you one more time to act with decency, or you will be expelled and exiled from the court.
Yeah, why did I get stopped more times than this fucker did? That's crazy.
I did want to say something, but I was like, maybe I shouldn't.
You're welcome to.
I almost got up and started fighting him, being like, yeah, she did it for me, though.
There, buddy.
I was this close being like, you know nothing, and you are assuming things. What do assumptions make but dead dragons?
Speculation.
Isn't that what the queen said too, being like, assumptions lead to death or something?
Yeah.
I can't remember what she said the first time.
I wrote it down. Let me double check my notes.
Then fine.
It was something
to
to
learn
that
is to be
effect.
alive, to be ignorant is to be dead.
Yeah,
that,
exactly.
yes.
It's like, your ignorance shows. So that's why when I telepathically talk to him, I'm like, you look at me now.
Leanne looks at you as he's speaking this, and it's like, alright then, hold the election now. The fate of the bronze dragons and the fate of the mortals would lie in the hands of the next election. We obviously cannot hand it to you because you are weak, Your Majesty. I simply...
Wait, was that him? Was that him that just said that?
Yeah, no.
Like,
hold on, bro. Claudia's gonna get up from her seat just like, hold on. Did you just disrespect the Queen of Justice in front of the entire court? You have no respect
she warned you again?
at all for those above you. It seems to me that you're quite arrogant, my friend. I don't think the next ruler should have such terrible qualities. Does not everyone agree?
I stand up from the back and say, I think at this time, as per the prior warning, that I think there should be a vote for expulsion.
Expulsion?
I'll second that.
Expulsion is unnecessary.
So then is everything you have said in the last 5 minutes. You have done nothing but a self-serving tirade.
And you are nothing more than a foreigner in our kingdom.
Whoa there, you're getting a little too racist here.
I have worked my way through merit while you have set and gone stale. So which one of us is worse?
I ask, and this is the bailiff talking, I ask everyone, take your seat and let the Queen of Resplendence speak.
I sit after fucking pulling on my suit coat and straightening it.
Me too, straightening out my outfit, just sitting all elegant and like.
Nadia places her hand on you, Miguel, and she looks at you sternly, and it's like, just wait a moment, alright?
I just nod. Why not?
And the Queen of Justice tries to sit back down, and she groans a little bit. If the Gold Dragons truly believe that the mortals should take punishment, supposedly, for this revolution, then go ahead. But that will only work if majority of both the Gold Dragons and the mortal government takes a vote for the new Queen or King of Justice. And you see that most of the Gold Dragons, despite, like, regardless of their favoritism towards the Queen, are, like, you know, surprise gasps, and one of the sheiks said, but only the Gold Dragons are to elect the Queen. How can we do this? This all goes against traditions. The traditions do not matter when one of our own seeks to spill blood of our friends. Chief Ambassador Miguel has worked his way up, and both the dragons and mortals has benefited from his cause, and from my understanding, Leon Lin, your territory, has been going under debt and has been requesting our finance support. So unless you want a better ruler and potentially ease the mistrust between the mortals and the dragons, I suggest everyone works together. If you truly wish to defy me, I will act as a dictator myself and enroll my daughter into this. Any objections? Silence. First, I will say this. Malachus, you will be held under contempt against the Queen of Justice, and therefore will be held in prison for 800 years. Yes, their resplendence. he is not to be bailed out, and he is not to let his term be lessened. But he will stay here to watch the election. And we will give him hope or despair if mortals will be in our conscious mind. Bailiff, proceed with the election. And the bailiff stands in the center of the court. With his hands, you see a sparkle of dust come around his hand, and two ballots appear. One with a crude drawing of Li and Lin on one side, and the other one with Hua. If anyone wants to become part of the election, you may say now or proceed to follow in silence.
I'm kind of tempted to throw my hat into the ring.
You can, if you want to.
I will. I will. I'll stand up and be like, why not?
Of course you would. Leon says this telepathically. And a new ballot is formed in the middle between the two, and it's your face. It's drawn nicely. You have a total of 20 minutes. Begin the vote. And he sits back down, and obviously there is a loud commotion between talking to people. Obviously, others are upset, others are concerned, others are intrigued by the situation. It's hard to say. But this is how it goes. At the moment, we'll say the party is split, or the party of the thing is split in thirds. Of 1/3 is supporting Li and Lin, another third is supporting Hua, and another third is supporting you. You will make rules and decide which ways to which.
Okay.
And I will also make contesting rules for Li and Lin. So. If you want, you can make a speech to show that you're a good candidate. So if you want to make a speech, you can. Otherwise, you can directly talk to other ambassadors, gold dragons, etc.
Make the speech and drop the scrying tidbit. I swear to God, do it. Of the scrying tidbit? The one of like, yeah, so we may or may not have done some investigating into the dreams. Your little golden boy over there has been preying on the downfall and the death of your queen so that he could take the throne for himself. Throw his ass under the bus immediately. Okay, my question is, V, how would the other gold dragons feel about that?
To the thing you said? To what Ocean said?
Yeah.
That depends on if you say it or not. I can't tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm like, either they're gonna be all hype or they're gonna be like, you would take it from us? Right? Like everybody else gets jealous. But I think at the very least, I could rally the others.
Mm-hmm. Because mind you, there are like the population of gold dragons to mortals is not equivalent. They too take up more space because again, gold dragons are a lot, but there's more humans than there are gold dragons.
Mm-hmm.
So, as in, I get the human vote and we're golden.
Yes.
So I will make a speech.
You can walk down towards the court. People notice that you take center stage, and you're free to say whatever.
With this all so sudden, it is hard to find words. But in the times that we are in, indecisiveness and foolishness lead to our death. And that is undeniable. Each misstep we make, each failure to calculate could be our own undoing. This is not the time for brashness. In an age where diplomacy is needed to maintain an ever so delicate balance. Who of the court would you trust more? One who works for the benefit of all and has strived to ensure balance on both ends, not just for the balance, but for the enrichment of both. Or one who seeks a show of power, views the mortal realm as inferior, and wishes to be seen and praised like a god. And I will step down.
Roll persuasion check on advantage.
Come on, I gotta get something good here. I'm really good at persuasion. Yeah. That is a 19, almost a dirty 20.
You have advantage in case you didn't know.
Oh, I have advantage?
Yeah.
Shit. When did I have advantage?
I just said you had
She literally
advantage.
just said it.
Oh,
She
shit.
said it. It was just really muffled.
Okay.
Oh.
Now that is a 16 plus 8.
That's a 24.
No.
You can tell the room has definitely shifted less to Lee and Lynn's side, and potentially more to your side. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. Just to be sure, I do kind of want to extend the session a little bit. Is that fine with you guys? How far can you guys go?
It's 10:30. Keep going for the half hour. What do you mean?
Yeah.
I mean, like, past 11, I'm asking.
See when we get there.
Okay, fine.
We don't know how things are gonna shake out.
Okay, just ask. Hua, do you want to do anything, or?
Sure, I could do a speech. Put something together. Since this is a little sudden. Pa's gonna make her way to the little podium. Whatever.
Before you do that, your mother looks at you, and it's like, your siblings may be hateful towards you, my little one, but I truly believe you have what it takes to lead a union between dragons and mortals. It is now the time for that. I thought I would be the bridge, but alas, I can't.
Don't get me so emotional.
Please do what you can and do not fault yourself for what you can. I love you truly. My little golden angel.
Stop, you're getting me emotional. V. Hold on. Oh, that's so sweet. Okay. And then Hoa just smiles back at her mother. She's like, thank you. You know, she nods and gives her a gesture. Okay, she stands to the podium. No. Hello, everyone of the court. Commonly, most of you may know me as Xinhua. Others, I am the Princess Qin Tianlong. I have been a little vague lately, but I have been doing my palace duties. Don't worry, none of that's been falling behind. Well, this is a little sudden and, you know, a little scary for all of us. Being under the guidance of the Great Queen. And much of you do not like change, I'm aware. But I believe that I can fix it. With me being here and living as I've been engaged with the people, their culture. I've performed many for them. And I believe that we could bridge both the humans and dragons in harmony, as my mother. Though some may have their doubts, looks at Leon, that humans could live in harmony with us, and they may talk down to other races as lore. I feel that we can all live and fairly. Though it will take time, and I hope everyone would be in cooperation with me on this, that we may be. And then she bows deeply to everyone, and she turns back.
Persuasion check with advantage.
I'm doing it.
Look, I'm telling y'all, if there was no fucking truth spell casted on the fucking on the witness guy, and if bitch boy didn't get up there and literally he literally character assassination suicided on stage, you might be a little cooked.
Bro just gave me the easiest fucking opening of my life.
He's like,
to go.
Hey, by the way, I am power hungry and impatient and racist and xenophobic.
The thing is
and I
that...
want to commit.
Well, Hua and Miguel, you're aware of this, but when it comes to gold dragons, they're considered people who fight against evil, but they're not those who necessarily maintain it. They're not known to the day-to-day lives of humanoids, and they can be seen as out of touch. They're sort of like philanthropists who spend money on things but don't necessarily understand the depravity of the situation. On a grand scale they can, but not in those of every individual's. So many see Lian's disposition as sort of like, oh, he's just a bit arrogant, but he means well. Or while others, like, 3 people side with, for 3 perspectives. Some gold dragons side with him, some gold dragons are neutral with him, and others disagree with him. It's a matter of you, like, taking the consideration of how you're going to sway the gold dragons that I'm taking into consideration, and I'm repeating words, but you get the gist.
Okay.
I guess at the very least, then it's good to be like, hey, some may agree with you, but regardless, there's probably 2/3 of the gold dragons that don't, and he views himself better than the rest of you. So you're not even a collective, we are gold dragons, we are good, it's, yeah, we're gold dragons,
like,
but I'm better than all y'all.
Yeah.
I'm just letting that. He has no interest in upholding justice or peace or truth. It's like, war and pride.
He is a destiny to callous.
My guy is literally talking. How do I fuck it? How do I put this?
If they vote him in,
talking and walking a lot like a red dragon right about now. That's all I'm saying.
Imagine a red dragon in disguise. He killed a gold dragon for his scales.
Let's see. So in total, there's about, let's say, about 250 gold dragons, and we'll say about 345 humans, or humanoids.
On the council?
Yes. Leon decides not to make a speech. He actually telepathically communicates to both you, Hua, and Miguel, and is like, oh, one day you will see your pointless endeavors will be for nothing. And he just sort of smirks to himself.
Why is he smirking? He's gonna lose.
Right.
You can tell he's unaware.
He's like, no, I got this. They like me.
I got this in the bag.
So there's gonna be 595 votes in total. If you want to sway either your way, or you want to fight Hua and Miguel against each other, go ahead. I give you free reign.
Right.
Nah, I think we're both in the position that it's like, doesn't matter which one of us wins, we don't care.
As long as he loses.
As long as it's not him.
Okay. True. Do you guys want to...
Like, we'll sort it out later.
Do you guys want to talk to any of the people, the gold dragons, the ambassadors, anything like that? Or you think you're good?
I mean, I could talk to a couple. get to know more people.
Okay, who do you want to talk to?
Who is there that I can't talk to?
All the gold population is in this room. And all of the people, like official peoples, not like staff or anything, but official ambassadors of different respects of the government for the human division is there as well. So, education, finance, things like that.
I guess I could talk to the finance, since what I do want to do is mostly towards there too. Financially supporting each other and stuff like that.
This is led by a joint between one gold dragon and a tiefling, and they're sort of talking to each other, and you come up to them, and the tiefling is like, oh god, excuse me, oh my god.
What the fuck is happening?
Are you okay?
Sorry, I was drinking a bit too many drinks in there. Oh, hello, that was a grand speech you made. Oh, I'm quite scared of what's going to happen. Do not fret. I am sure that if either Ambassador Miguel or Hua wins, he'll be in proper hands. I despise that gold fellow.
Yeah, he doesn't really talk like a gold dragon should. He's really arrogant as well. He doesn't really see what we're trying to do here. And I worry if he does get chosen, he will lead to our downfall.
But not to show distress toward my companion. But I do not wish for a mutual revolution. The gold dragons have done as much as they can as to provide for the mortals. If they still want more, I am afraid they're calling for greed. I agree with that statement. I mean, personally, I don't really like that many humans, and they don't like me because, obviously, but if they're asking for so much, especially in a place that really bonds with them, unless you think of Baldo, which is on the east side, we're, like, one of the best. If they hate that, then I think they just want to be a dictator at that point.
Surely there'll be discussions made and resolutions made as well pertaining to this. Hopefully we could come to an agreement. Hopefully we'll solve much of their problems that need to be solved so that they won't ask for excessive things.
Well, at least...
And hopefully I hope you guys would assist me in this endeavor.
Well, as long as you can make them not try to kill you, I will do the best I can.
Thank you.
I think I'll side with you.
Why, thank you. I very much appreciate it. I will not fail you.
I appreciate that. Please, even though I'm against the revolution, I do not want you to punish them. Some have already witnessed a lot.
Thank you for speaking with me. I'll take my leave.
Alright.
And Paul will just walk away, yeah?
More people swayed to you. Miguel, do you want to do anything?
Forgot I was muted. I think I will stand up and address the full crowd again.
You're gonna make another speech?
Kind of, just a small one.
Okay.
Being like...
Well, before you do that, Nadia actually comes up to you. I'm assuming at this time both you and Hua are on the floor level of the place. And
yeah.
Nadia comes up to you and is like, Miguel, are you sure about this? Becoming a queen of justice of both gold dragons and humanoids? You're essentially becoming a king. You're aware of that, right?
In a sense, yes, and in a sense, no. No, I have no idea what I am doing.
But they don't know that,
I know.
And
but that is not the point of this.
But you have to be in your dragon form when you are ink, right? I mean, maybe you can find an excuse, but Miguel.
Listen to me. More than anything now, this is the best stage I have to preach, regardless of what happens. Plus, I have a potential contingency if I do manage to get the majority votes somehow.
Alright. I trust you. I will be making sure that you're not forced into your dragon form. But you can't reveal it not right now. Okay?
I also can't hide it forever.
You truly are something, aren't you?
That's assuming I am only one thing.
And I'll turn and start walking to the middle of the room.
You're welcome to make your speech.
People of the court, I want to give another small anecdote to my address. In some respects, I think it is brave enough to say that I agree with Liu. Was that his name, Liu?
Lian. Yeah, Lian.
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 I thought he had a last name that was Liu.
Yeah,
No.
Lian.
Lian
Mr. L.
Yeah, because he just takes L's.
In the middle of this speech, I make Min and Anakris appear in the court.
What? Okay. I go,
2 new voters.
And the reason for that we will explain after the speech, but continue, Miguel.
In some respects, I do agree that a show of the Gold Dragon merit needs to be reinforced, but I don't think it's in the way we would typically expect. As a lot of us can see, and I think most of us can, the political climate is changing. We cannot fault the mortal realm for wishing the same level of autonomy as ours. Ours being so lofty and supposed to be the pinnacle above all, is it not the mortal desire to climb for enlightenment and perfection? Though we are far from perfect, I think my point still stands. In terms, though, of the showing of power versus them being greedier, that the gold dragons supposedly are not giving enough, maybe then what we need is not a change of stance, but a change in the public image. That we only through ambassadors really avail ourselves to the mortal coil and to the mortal realm, that they only see a fraction of us and what we do, not fully comprehending what we actually do. Maybe it is more about not just fending for ourselves and viewing them beneath us,
But we already have them among us. So why should we view it the same we have? And when I say view among us, I am pointing kindly to our clerk, our fucking bailiff.
He looks a bit surprised that you actually pointed to him.
You are a friend and a well-respected member of this court, and you are essential to its proceedings. So why do we still treat the mortal coil differently than our own? Is it not best to keep your treasures closest to you? Then why do we alienate them? How do you protect someone that doesn't know you're protecting them? And I will fucking raise my arms to the fucking gold dragons then. How can they revere your might if they don't even see you? How do they feel safe? They don't feel our presence as we want them to. And I think that is what is making them anxious. If I could talk to... What's his name? I don't remember. Bronze dragon fucker. Mikola. Something like that.
Wait, which one?
Bronze dragon betrayer.
Malakas.
I have not had time to, and not researched into the reasoning for these, the ideology of the revolution, per se. But all revolutions start from disconnect. That there is a feeling of injustice that is not held, and for our people, as a court built on the principle of justice, for the people we are supposed to reside over, that they feel wronged by us means we have taken the wrong path. That is what I want to fix. That is what I think needs being fixed. Our systems work, but they feel cold and distant from the people who need them. Even if they are getting the supplies and the resources that they need, we still feel like a blurry and alienated figure to them. Being closer will only benefit us. And I'll step down.
Most of the gold dragons, both humanoid and in dragon form, sort of look in shock. Some, see an appeasement of, they agree with you. But the others are sort of their perspective has shifted, so to speak. And
can I make an insight check?
You may.
That's an 18 plus 6.
Let's just say the majority are swaying to your side now. And you can tell it certainly has shifted to how they see mortals to an extent. How, in a sense, their hypocrisy has led them to become the opposite of what they were. Their blood wants them to do, so to speak, or what they want to do. I'll take a pause here, switch to Min and now Chris. So, which is a music change. Before I do that, how are we feeling?
So where are we going? What's happening? Where are we?
Good.
Location,
This
bring a
is
friend
really
anytime,
good.
and recover in the black
You're
card
back at
spot.
the You're back at the
Jail.
Dang, it's hearing that audio. Okay, I can't play it on that then. You're back at the cell, and Mikoslav knocks on the door and is like, "Sir, I just forgot something."
What? And fucking just like push scraping out a chair, walks over the door. What?
So you see why racism's bad now, right?
Oh my god. I feel so bad now. I was saying all those things to them.
Yeah, it's like over the shoulder. Yeah, really fucked up, dude. All right, fucking sticks head out door. All right, Mikolash, what's the deal?
I think you're supposed to be at the castle. I kind of forgot. I think
just the fucking stare, stare like a glass shattering behind.
They didn't ask for you, but then I realized, oh wait, but you're part of the investigation, so why didn't they call you? So it was like I felt bad, so I think you should go.
And then you see what they were doing was you almost got radicalized, which is where they make whatever problems you have and then use that to convince you to do something really extreme that usually is harmful.
And Knockers is just gonna fucking quick brick squawk his way, like fucking thud 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 back to the fucking jail cell. All right, we're gonna have to bounce really fucking quick. We gotta be at the castle, so I'm gonna lay this out to you plain, my guy. I was gonna ease you into it, but we're going in very fucking hot. You got roped into shit that is way above your head. All right? Including and leading up to ultimately the attempted assassination on the Queen. That's the sort of group, that's the gang you got roped into. You were in here talking to us, and it doesn't matter what you were saying, your buddies out there are thinking that you're singing like a songbird right now. That you're spilling all their little secrets, all their guts, names, dates, details, locations, hideouts, plans, etc. If you don't give a shit to work with, we legally cannot do anything for you to help you. If they are willing to bump off the Queen, what the fuck are they going to do to you? Or worse, what are they going to do to your family? I'm trying to ask for leverage so you can help us out so we can help you out here. Sit on it, think about it, make the right call when we get back. And he's like, fucking grabs Erida, come on, we gotta go. Fuck the name again. Why do I keep doing that? That's not your name. Fucking men up now, grab, collar, drag is literally fucking running. No one told us we were supposed to be at this. No one told us we were supposed to be at this stupid fucking meeting, but apparently it's important. Like he is full on like.
Okay.
You know when you're the anime style running, dragging someone behind you that they're flapping in the wind like a fucking like a flag.
You're like running as fast as you can, and Mocha's like in the air, like a wobbly.
And yeah,
you see Migoslav is like, "You go, sir, get him!" And then back in the cell, you don't see this, but Reinhold looks to the shelf and is like, "You like." Do you have those donuts with you? I'm kind of hungry. And then the chef pulls out like 15 donuts out of his shirt and is like, I got you, buddy. And
he's a magician. What the fuck?
Cut to you're back at the court and you're panting and you're sweating and Min is not sweating because she was in the wind.
Min has been blow dried. Her hair is fucking frizzy. It just fucking.
We will now count the vote. And the bailiff goes through each of the box. runs his hand through it, and counts the votes, and he goes through each of the 3 boxes. And I would like Miguel and Hua to roll me just a flat d20. No advantage, disadvantage modifiers and such.
Okay.
And I would like to ask again. It's 11:02. I would like to continue the session a little bit.
How long is this gonna go?
How long?
Yeah.
10 minutes.
10 minutes? Good.
10 minutes is fine.
Speed on it. On the clock.
Alright.
Oh, that shit. That's a fucking 20. Actually.
Let's go.
Yep.
I got an 8.
You got an 8?
Can I burn one of my DM inspiration to make a reroll?
Do you have DM inspiration? I haven't given any of you.
Did you give him DM inspiration? Why are you asking that?
I haven't given anybody. No.
I was about to say, did you give DM inspiration?
Or am I thinking of Mendy?
You're
Fuck.
thinking of
You're
Mendy.
thinking of Mendy.
I haven't given anyone DM inspiration yet. I was debating on it with Tom after that speech, but,
Well, it sounds like he could use it right about now.
No. That's
Well, here's the thing. I don't think that this role is just gonna determine who gets it.
Yeah.
I think, especially when V's like, yeah, most of the room is nodding with you. Like,
Okay.
it's something else, so don't worry about it.
Okay.
Okay.
okay, then I'll just keep it as an 8.
Okay. There is silence in the room. Min and Akris, you don't know what's going on. Everybody is tense and you can feel in the air, but Miguel, Hua, you can tell that the deciding moment of this kingdom, regardless if it's between you two or Lien, is going to affect how potentially the history of the Gold Dragons and this kingdom is going to continue. And you see the bailiff is continuing to count, making sure that it is correct and double checking each and every vote. And he then stops, the ballot disappears, and he makes to the stage. After careful voting and ensuring that me as the bailiff is unbiased towards any 3 parties, and I have counted successfully 3 times, as you have seen me do, I will declare who is our new king or queen of justice. The candidate with the least amount of votes is Lien, and you can tell Lien is like aggravated. He is so pissed off. He's like,
Inocris is in the back of the fucking room, arms crossed, leaned against the fucking pillar by the door, giving him a shit-eating grin.
and he actually just storms out of the room. He flies down to the floor and just leaves. He passes by you, Inocris, and he doesn't say anything, but he does pass by you and just goes away. And obviously some of the Gold Dragons mutters. Some are irritated of his behavior. Others are just like, wow, okay, he really just did that. Okay, so it's now between...
Yeah, fucking... And...
Sorry, you go.
Fucking just a grumble of... Grown man child.
I will fucking address the Gold Dragons really quickly and be like, for the 2nd time today, he disgraces you.
Oh. Just that quick little...
Because I've built such a rapport with the Gold Dragons that in this courtroom, in this session, it's like...
Yeah.
We haven't seen this, well, my great future generations ago ancestor have seen a tide But our two candidates, Miguel Horacio and I have to see your full name, Jianhua, are tied. And if given permission by the Queen of Justice, I, as the bailiff, am allowed to give my vote to end the tie. Or we will do a revote of who will be the next candidate. And the Queen of Justice looks and ponders a little bit. And she looks at you two, and you can tell it's starting to get faster as how she's weak and she is. You can tell, just as being a dragon, that her time is coming soon. Thank you, Car, in the background.
Sorry.
You're good. And she looks at the bailiff and is like, I apologize if this is unfair, but I would like to see who wins. Your vote will be valid, bailiff. And the bailiff turns around. The ballots appear, this time with no image on them. A paper slip appears in his hand, and he looks at you, Miguel, after the speech you made, after giving him, the bailiff, attention, as he truly is a human and mortal under many great people here, both ambassadors in humanoid forms, dragon forms, regular humanoids. You spoke to him, and he places a ballot in. He says, our new King of Justice is Miguel Horacio.
Fucking.
The room is
How
silent.
does the crowd react?
Oh, if the room's silent, can Anakris just like almost comically so just start a fucking clapping and applauding? Just that fucking like back of the room, yeah. Woo!
It's first you're
like
singled
little bit
out.
of taking the piss.
A lot of the people turn to look at you sudden because you just suddenly came here. None of them recognize you, but then it clicks in their heads like, oh wait, that's the red dragon that was supposed to be part of the investigation. There's a blue dragon too. Huh? Why they're here? And as you clap and continue clapping for Miguel, most of the humanoids start clapping along with you, cheering for Miguel.
Yeah, let's go!
Some of the gold dragons, not all, but some of the gold dragons take part. Many were wishing that at least Hua would take the position, given that she is a gold dragon, but nonetheless praise Miguel for his compassion for humanoids. And they clap, and the room soon roars with cheers, dragon roars and claps, thumping of the feet, wings flapping. Miguel, you are now the King of Justice. The entire Jin Kingdom is under you. And I would like everyone to stop their music right quick.
What?
Stop their music.
Yeah, okay.
As this is happening, miles and miles away, there is a man in his house making a dish. As for the dish, none of you are aware of because you're not inclined to human dishes, so to speak. But he's more, cooking similar to like a meat pie, essentially. Anyway, he gets a knock on the door. He said, "Who is it?" "A friend, dear sir." "I don't know any friends, best you leave, ma'am. I heard that a dragon fell not too long ago because of you. And he stops cooking, or his preparation for the meal. And as the sound stops, the door opens and reveals a female half-elf, adorned with the clothes that you would seem adjacent to, like, a military leader, with the waistcoat, flares in the back, tight pants, boots, that type of thing. And she wields a very sophisticated gun that, in this time period, would be considered future-like. I ask again, Godric, join the revolution. And the man turns around, scars over his body, a rough expression on his face. The man is seemingly a person who has went through wars and such, and have witnessed death among both dragons and humans. And he stares at her. And that's session.
No. No. Fucking no. Oh no.
Done?
We are going to end the session and the recording. Say bye to Fifth, everyone. Bye.
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 I mean, hello.